Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. This is for the new moon during the flower moon. I also abide by this reading, finding you when you need it. This is a dimensional tarot spread. If you're unfamiliar with this form of tarot, please check out the description box below. It contains all the information you could really need to know about this system of tarot and about this channel itself. Also contained in there are links to the decks that I use in case you're interested in those. I do have all signs present in terms of readings, so be sure to look at your sun, moon, rising as well. If you're unfamiliar with the sun, moon, rising, go ahead and look at my website too. There's little tools that can help you understand more about, that sun, moon, rising and the little terms that I use. Okay, so thank you for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and dive into your reading. Actually, one thing to note is that this is a dimensional tarot spread. There are 9 cards here, and the point of this system is to bring all 9 cards into balance. This is to bring a balanced perspective. When we see, certain strong cards in places, it can kind of represent like emotional imbalances and just kind of like maybe stagnation and energy, just things like that. It's really interesting. But I'm going to go ahead and take a look at your spirit totem, your chakra, and your underlying moon message for this time. Your spirit totem is Hawk Messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the sign. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. Your underlying chakra for this time is emotional balance, stability, harmony, peace, and fluidity. Finally, your underlying moon energy during this time is peace as well. Emotional balance, peace, maybe within something, a realization or something that source has been trying to, or the divine has been potentially like trying to convey to you, subtly hint to you. It's at your heart chakra as well. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into your spread. At your peacemaker, we have your intuition. Okay. All right there, my little Sagi. Turning that connection to source up. You have the Knight of Cups here at your reformer. An emotional, loving offer from kind of like the Hierophant of the ENNEAGRAM, if you want to think of it. They're like really moral structure. So in a general reading like this, I think like morally wise, like you're wanting to offer something appear here. There is, however, something you're clinging to, possessive of. It could be you wanting to work on a foundation, but this is the Pentacles, so this is the Four of Pentacles, so this is like a foundational thing, maybe a concern of your foundation. There's something here. Your achiever is deceiving at the Seven of Swords. Wow, this is interesting. You have the Five of Wands in your investigator. These 3 cards here represent your emotions, and your emotions are not they're wrought. You are not disturbed, but you are conflicted. The easiest way to convey what you could be feeling here is just conflicted, and so much so that emotion balance is your chakra energy, and I think this could be why. You have the Sun here. Something has made you very happy though at your investigator. It's like you're deceiving. Okay. There's something you could intuitively know that you might not be yet able to speak to. You have the Ten of Swords at your enthusiast, so something has dampened your spirits. Maybe caused you to pull within and kind of wrestle with, perhaps some of you feel like, why did I let this happen? And it's very, very interesting that the sun is where it's at. Your mental state, you are shining. You could have a strong resilience here emotionally. Your investigator sees through something. So your achiever is looking over, and we have this inner triangle here, formed with these three cards with the peacemaker, the achiever, and the loyalist. There's your intuition crowning the top of this spread. Source, the divine, giving you messages. Something you're very internally, emotionally conflicted with. Instinctually, you want to move towards, and in your mind, you have confliction here. I'm going to go ahead and clarify your intuition. What is it that you intuitively know? Your intuition is clarified by the King of Cups, a strong emotional balance, emotional presence. There's a firmness with it being the King. We then have the Page of Cups, an emotional lesson, possibly an immaturity. There could be an age difference as well. But with the Peacemaker, this is something that... and you have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. There is something that you want to say, but you're not. The Peacemaker, you don't want to rock the boat, but there's something you know, possibly, and because you know this, you're very internally conflicted. You want to speak, but you can't. There could be some of you, and I apologize, please don't shoot the messenger, but some of you who are more immature could have possibly popped off and said some things you shouldn't. But if you did go that far and you did actually say some things, it's like you could be kind of dealing with some blowback from that. But for others of you, there's something that you know you do not speak to, and you're conflicted over this. But there's still something that I think you've come to learn. Maybe this is what's brought you emotional instability. It's just disrupted your peace. Maybe sources trying to tell you that this will balance itself soon. Maybe there's something here you know at your investigator that you see through the darkness here. But there's something here. You have the Queen of Cups. Okay, you have a pair on the board. 2, there's the stalemate, though, for the Queen of Cups. Maybe it's because, okay, and you have the Page of Wands. Your intuition is wanting to speak but can't. And because if you do speak, it may be reckless. Maybe because you know what you want to speak to could hurt those around you, or it's going to cause you to, with your achiever, you're feeling deceitful. There could be like responsibilities you feel you're abandoning, but there's something that makes you happy that you feel you need to move on to, but because you feel like you need to cling to something here, or perhaps because of your responsibilities that you can't. So there's like a confliction just in general, as one aspect of this. But I'm going to clarify the mourning here at your loyalist, and then I'll stop jumping into hyperbole, like, and find some actual. You've been mourning here at your loyalist. Now, the loyalist is about your belief systems. It's about like taking care of those around us. Your achiever, I feel like there's something you've come to know. It's causing your loyalist to mourn because something has to change, and it seems like it's something big. Perhaps something you had your heart set on did not work out, but there's renew here for you. There's something, it's like you're looking forward to something. Like, despite all of this, maybe you'll be able to speak to this now. You have the Hermit here. You're mourning. Maybe you're within right now because you're within the Lovers and the Eight of Pentacles. Maybe you're working through this Hermit cycle. Perhaps it does have to do with the Lovers, duality, choice, but perhaps there is something here that you know that if you choose the path of going within, working maybe on yourself here, working on whatever here that is breaking your heart, whatever you're feeling really tied to. And if you can work through that past pain, then maybe you can rectify whatever it is here that caused the King of Cups to express the Page of Cups as the Knight of Swords in reverse. There could have been an emotional expression here that did not go the way that you wanted to, and that's why you could be inflicted and conflicted internally. Or something that you made a cup of love to. This doesn't have to be romantic, but like, friendship. It could be romantic, but it's just something emotional. This could be something you're really tied to at work. Gives you a sense of identity and value. Whatever this was, though, it did not go as planned, but there's still something here that you see that does bring you happiness and is letting you move forward. It's just, I think you're still emotionally caught up in this right now. And that's why you have your heart chakra energy open to peace, bringing balance here to the situation. It could be meditation, spending time with those who make you feel happy. You have the message of peace twice here, so do anything that can make you feel a little more grounded here. Follow whatever this happiness is that is getting you through this dark period. You have the Empress on the bottom of the deck. We have the message, unconscious energy during this time is acceptance. As a preview of what's in the extended, I will be going over all of the points present here. So the rest of the cards you see, I will be putting 3 cards on. I'll also be using the Lenormand and the mini tarot here to do a process Enneagram spread. If you haven't seen one of those before, then check out the general Enneagram message. I do a full process Enneagram spread there, plus it's a bigger reading, but it includes the points here that I do, just so you can see that, what that looks like before maybe going into the extended with it. But I'm focusing more on the actual Enneagram points and the zodiacs and the extended. Anyway, as an underlying energy for what will be required of you, and this is in the extended, I'll be having the 7 chakras with this oracle deck, but an underlying energy for that is the mystery here. Maybe you need to surrender to your intuition here. Maybe you're trying to control the outcome of a situation, make emotions fit. Like you have a triangle emotion, and you're trying to fit it into a square hole. So it's like you're trying to force emotions in a way. Maybe you feel like things should be a certain way, but they're not, and there's something that you're desiring that if you take the time to work through and understand this conflict in yourself, then maybe you can open your heart to love. There's something here that once you accept and know about yourself, accepting the mystery of, there's something here that you need to not just surrender to, but not surrender, not accept. It's like a lack of presence as well. These are all our unconscious energies. I'm going to go ahead and lastly look at your unconscious spirit totem for this time. It is the cat of independence. Oh, can you see that? Yes. Okay. The cat, you are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. There could be things that you're holding back here about yourself. Maybe what you're speaking to, or I mean, for those of you who've learned something troubling, maybe, but it could just be that there's an immaturity to the way that you express yourself, sometimes, especially in conflict, because maybe you don't know how to do it. And maybe it feels like every time you do, it can end up very negative. Maybe conflict resolution skills, just as a final note. Thank you for joining me. I hope this message was able to resonate with you and you got something out of it. Remember to take what resonates, leave what does not. It is a general and collective reading. Check out that description box below if you want to support this channel in any other way. Thank you for joining me, and I can't wait to see you in the next message.